Hello folks, welcome to Lexia IAS Academy. In this video, we will be discussing a current affair topic presented to you by your faculty, Sushma KP. So what is the topic that we are going to be discussing today? Is Nepal going to be getting a rapper as a prime minister? What exactly are we discussing? See, 2026 elections have happened in Nepal after your huge student protest which took down the previous coalition government of your Ali. So now what is happening is the early election trends are indicating that a 35-year-old former rapper turned politician is having a strong support for his party. Now, this comes at the background of your Gen Z protest which toppled the government, and they are backing this particular candidate to be a prime ministerial candidate. Question comes are, why exactly is the elections of Nepal important? See, first and foremost, to understand, Nepal is a very young democracy. Just in 2008, they abolished your monarchy and moved towards your republic. So, your Nepali civil war has maybe it has abolished monarchy and gone towards republic, but that has not brought about the much stability that it wanted, because there has been dozens of government that has been changed. The political stability still continues to be an issue. Understanding? Your Gen Z protests which topple the government are now thinking, including in the protest, many of them have held that this particular person, that is the former rapper turned politician, should be the one who will lead the country to better, is what they are claiming. Now in this video, let's see who that person is. Why do the supporters feel that way? Now if you're someone who likes to know about local news, national news, international news, then subscribe to Lexia IAS Academy, because we provide deep insights into these topics. So who is this 35-year-old former rapper turned prime minister? His name is Balendra Shah. He is of 35 years old. Earlier he was a rapper and a civil engineer. His popular name among the youth is Balen. His family background: he is born in Kathmandu, Nepal. His father was a practitioner of traditional medicine and he is the youngest among 4 siblings, very much known for his interest in poetry writing. Let's see what's his educational background. He studied engineering in Himalaya White House International College. He also got a postgraduate in structural engineering from Vishweshwaraya Technological University in Karnataka. Now, when did this rapper become a politician, or what exactly was the story? So Balen became famous among your Nepali youth was not because of his political entry, was because he participated in a rap contest in Nepal called as Raw Bars. Now most of his singings or songs, the rapping, was focused more about criticizing the government, corruption, okay, and also the government failures. So when he participated in the rap battle, he won, and this brought him to the limelight. Further, his one particular song Balidan also showcases about your inequality, youth frustration and corruption, wherein in certain verses also points out that as to he has to be able to speak out freely, whether the government will come get him because he is speaking his voice. So all this made him popular among your Nepali youth. What happened is, post this, he entered into politics in 2022. He contested the Kathmandu mayor elections. Now, when he contested the Kathmandu elections, he contested as an independent candidate. When he contested as an independent candidate, the election results were surprising because he beat out majority of the traditionalists, that is your old guards. Now, old guard means somewhere the conventional line or traditional political party and this person. So now the election of Nepal becomes important because it is the result as to whether old guard is going to come back to power or it's the new guard that is going to form the government. In this, he won more than 61,000 votes, whereas his opposition won 38,000 votes respectively. So, how was his governance as a Kathmandu mayor? First and foremost, he was against a lot of developmental haul. Overall, it was in the capital. So, he adapted an aggressive style. What is this aggressive style? First is he went ahead with the urban cleanup. Urban cleanup as in he tried to regulate illegal structures, buildings, and also he wanted to focus on the concept of your urban planning. Right, and then he also stopped the garbage collection from government office with regarding to your waste management. He so much so that held that even they should not collect waste from including prime minister's office. This brought in the anger with respect to your national government also. Then if you see with respect to administrative confrontation also, he locked an official out of city hall just so that during a dispute. Now, how people are viewing his style of politics is many supporters call him this is decisive, and whereas others have called him that this is very authoritarianism. That doesn't mean that this person is completely out of controversies. There has been a lot of controversies also surrounding him. One thing is during a Gen Z protests. During Gen Z protests, he has shared many clips, pictures of protesters being killed. Many critics have argued that he was inciting this. But the supporters have held that no, traditional politicians have a way of talking. He did not conceal the truth. He was fed up of this. He showcased his frustration through his raw voice. So this is how the supporters feel. Large amount of Gen Z protest. Why did it happen in Nepal in the first place? Is because it has a lot of young population. Okay, look at this. So when there is a very young population, the young voters are very frustrated. Why? Huge amount of unemployment, corruption. Youth are migrating abroad looking for jobs. There's also a huge amount of political instability and political vacuum, lot of coalition governments, no one to properly give the, let's say, stability which is much needed. All this finally led to your Gen Z protests of 2025 leading to the fall of coalition government. Now, Balen then joined your Rashtriya Swatantra Party, the party which is aligned with or presents itself as anti-corruption, reform-oriented and pro-youth body. So much so that during the Gen Z protest also many people gave a call that he should take over the government. Now in the elections also early trends shows that this party is performing better. Now if you see, despite the popularity, like I mentioned, it is not that he is free of any controversies. Amidst your economic crisis in Nepal, for the campaigning, he used an expensive Land Rover Defender of 40 million. And the critics have questioned the transparency. Okay, and also one of the issues that came in was he displayed a concept of something called as Greater Nepal map. The map showed former places which once belonged to Nepal, which is now part of India, also as belonging to Nepal. This raised serious diplomacy issues with respect to India and Nepal, which brought in about your diplomatic sensitivity. There is also a huge human rights criticism in his as per that he went using, let's say, severe police crackdown on your street vendors, slum residents, excessive police was used. But what supporters are claiming is that despite all this, they feel like he is the only one who can lead Nepal towards growth. Or he is the only one that can do something for the betterment of Nepal and Nepali youth. Now, despite the fact that anyone who becomes the Prime Minister has a huge road ahead of them with respect to low industrialization, corruption, bureaucratic red tapeism, weak infrastructure. So, they have to address all these, and that is not going to be an easy way out. So, we have to see whether this is the debate of old guard versus new guard, or is it just new wine in old bottle. Okay, with this we come to the end of the content. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, share it along with your friends. Thank you.